Hi guys, my name is Mike and welcome to Ethereal Offerings. Okay guys, a massive hello to everyone that is new and a massive welcome back to everyone that has already subscribed to my channel and has watched me before. So today we're going to carry on from what I said in the last video, which is the Witch's Bottles tutorial and how to, that kind of thing. I won't go on too much, but I'll just, if you don't know what witch bottles are, they are things that have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and they are a really good tool to have. Now they are made for a whole plethora of things, which I'll get more into in the actual how-to part. This is going to be on a specific kind of thing, so yeah, I'll just shut up and let's go. Alright then guys, let's get started. Again, I want to apologise for the strange angle. I just haven't been able to sort out a tripod yet, so we're working with what we can. But we're going to jump straight into the bottles. Okay, so we're going to start with one of these. This is just a regular little small mason jar. If you're in England, they sell these in home bargains for like 60p. They're really cheap. So you want one of these. Just take the top off. Now, before we go anywhere, we have some incense already burning. This is sandalwood and amber, and it just kind of gets me more into the mindset of what I'm about to do, because this specific jar is going to be a protective witch jar. Now you can do witch jars for absolutely anything: money, bringing in love, psychic abilities, that kind of thing. But this specifically is for protection, because I do a lot of light and dark working and casting and whatnot. I thought it'd be good just to have something on my altar at all times that can kind of take away any negative stuff that comes and that kind of stuff, and always help bring the positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to light some Palo Santo wood. Now bear in mind, this does take a while to start smouldering. You can cleanse the bottle straight from the incense that's burning, but I always like to do it with the wood. So, is that burning enough? No. Sorry, it really does take a while. There we go. So now that's burning, get your jar and put it directly over. Get all that smoke inside. And then just do a couple of loops around the bottom of the glass, and that will cleanse your glass. Put that back over there. So now that we've got that, we want to start filling it, and we're going to fill it in sections, but because we're kind of going to work backwards in a sense. So the first thing you want to add is just regular coarse sea salt. Now I usually work in 3s, as you know, but because this is like the main thing at the bottom, we're just going to tip this in until we've got enough that we feel is right. Now as you can see, the smoke is coming out of the pot, but don't worry about that, that's fine. So I usually fill it to around about that much. Oh, around about that, this much in the bottom. Now you want to add in, no, you could use 3 smaller pieces, but I have a piece this big at the moment of, this is a clear quartz crystal, and put that directly on the salt. And then the next thing is some rosemary. Now rosemary is good for so many different things, but it is also good for the purifying of this specific jar. So just about, I'd say there's a couple of pinches of rosemary in there. Just push that straight on top of there. And then once that's on top like that, want to get this. These are Tiger's Eye little chips. Now, Tiger's Eye is good for grounding, so you want to kind of ground and purify any negative stuff that's in there. So, you take just a couple of chips, and 1, 2, 3, and then put the rest back into there. And then, after the Tiger's Eye, you want some Black Onyx crystal chips. So again, we'll just take a couple there, and put them straight in there. Now at this point, you could put in some moon water or some spirit water from the last video or something like that. I'm not going to, I'm going to leave it dry this time. So this is the purifying aspect of the jar. Next, what you want to do is you want to put in some nails or pins. These are little pins I have. They're all bent into different shapes. Now, a lot of people use rusty nails or coffin nails or things like that. These are the only thing that I have on hand for the tutorial, so you can use these anyway, but a lot of people do use the rusty nails or the coffin nails. So you just put these in there, like so, and these will kind of chop up any negative energy that's gone into the jar. So, as you can see, we're working in reverse. You've got it to be purified down here, and it's being chopped up here. So next we need something that's going to catch it. So this is where, just some plain string, take a good length, say that much, get my little knife, just cut off some of this. Now, you don't want to like bundle it up or anything. You want to get your string and just let it fall naturally where it wants to fall in there. Okay? So, like that. Okay, so you have some string at the top, some nails, and then the purifying crystals and herbs at the bottom. So as the negative energy comes into this jar, it gets trapped by the string. It then works its way down and gets chopped up by the nails or whatever you have in there. I mean, these are just pins, but like nails or whatever. So you chop them up, and then it travels even further down into the salt and the rosemary and gets purified. Now, some people do put little pieces of mirror in here to reflect any bad energies and things like that, but I don't particularly work with broken mirrors. So that for me is the basis of the entire jar. What you want to do then, put the lid on. Oh. Now you want to get, I use white or black candles depending on what I'm doing. I'm going to use a white one today, so you can use either a regular chime candle, or these are beeswax candles, and they're actually a lot more, they burn faster and they're a lot more environmentally friendly. So, take your pick which one you want to use. We are going to use this one. So what you want to do is just heat the top of your jar and then stick that to it. So now that's stuck. Okay? And then you light the top of it. And then once that's burning, it takes a little bit because they're only very short wicks. we go. So now that's burning, you can either put your energy into it, focus on what you want it to bring to you. You can, if you say prayers, you can say a prayer of it, that kind of thing. Now the other thing that not everybody does, but I will show you anyway. I can't do it on camera because YouTube would flag the video. But to make this bottle a little bit more personal, in the olden days people used to use urine, but we're not going to do that. So a good thing to use is a little drop of your own blood inside the jar to make it more personal to you. So these things come really in handy. They are lancets, what diabetics use to prick their fingers to do a test and see their blood sugars. But if you just uncap that, prick your finger and then drop a few drops of blood into that jar, it makes it a lot more personal to you. Now, obviously I can't do that because of YouTube, but it is there for anyone that wants to. Some women use menstrual blood for certain ones, some people, like I say, do use urine, some men do use semen. It's entirely up to you. So, what we're going to do now is sit here, focus our energy into this, put our arms around it, sit with it, just meditate with it and that kind of thing, just until the candle's all burnt out. Now, so that you don't have to wait here and watch all this go down, if I just do, and as if by magic, it has been completed. The wax has burnt down, it's completely sealed the jar, so now this is ready to be placed wherever, whether it be on your altar, in your room, wherever you want it, depending on what you've made that specific jar for. So this will now stay on my altar and it will purify any negative energies and just keep everything all positive. Like I say, there is 100 million different ways, different reasons you could make a jar like this. This one is just that, for that specific intention. If you want me to do any other ones, please let me know. And obviously if you go onto Google, there are 100 million different more ones that you can look at. But yeah, that is literally the entire thing finished. So I really hope you enjoyed this. But yeah, this is a witch jar. And that, guys, is how you make a witch ball. Thanks so much for watching. If you have ever made anything like this, or you take inspiration from watching this and try and make your own, please follow me on the social medias below, and tag me in pictures on Instagram. You can send messages to my page on Facebook, all that kind of thing, because I really like seeing what other people have created and whether they've taken inspiration from what they've seen from myself. So yeah, please, come and interact with me on other social medias. Also on my page, I am doing a charity raffle. It's going towards two different charities, for the Alzheimer's Society and Dr. Kershaw's Hospice, which is the local hospice near me. The raffle is to win a free tarot reading and a crystal chip bracelet like the one I have on here, except you can choose which crystal you have on it. It'll be drawn live on Halloween night over on my Facebook page, so if you haven't already, please go over there and like the page. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and I will see you all again next week. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet. I'm hoping to set up a new backdrop, a green screen thing, so we'll see if that works out. Not sure what's going to happen there, but yeah, as always, please give me that thumbs up, please subscribe, share this on all social medias, and I will see you again next week. Okay, bye!